See, the thing about Arsenal is they always try and smash the ball in from a free kick. What a performance that was last night from the Gunners. An unbelievable display to win 3-0 against Real Madrid in the first leg of their UEFA Champions League quarter-finals. Now, I don't normally do 5 things reviews from games like this. I didn't think this was going to go this way, basically. I thought it was going to be a lot closer. I thought it was going to be a lot cagier, particularly after the first half. But since Arsenal did so well, since the Gunners are absolutely in dreamland after that, I've decided to do a 5 thing we learned review for this game. So, the first thing we learned is that Declan Rice can take free kicks. I mean, he takes corners, he has took free kicks before, but before this game, he had never scored a direct free kick in his entire professional career. Not for England, not for West Ham, not for Arsenal. And yet he scored 2 of them within 13 minutes of each other. Some unbelievable hits. I don't even know which one was better. I think probably the second one, but the first one, the bend, the whip, that wasn't whip, that was whip. He absolutely bent that around. That was starting about 3 or 4 yards wide of that right-hand post, and it came back in, it bent back in. People online saying that Courtois set his wall up incorrectly, that Courtois should have saved it. Absolutely not. Did you watch that game? There is no chance that he's saving either of them free kicks. They are well, the second one was a postage stamp. The first one was in the far corner. There is no way that Courtois is getting them. Absolutely no chance. Unbelievable free kicks, world class. And let us not downplay the talents of Mikel Merino. He is not a striker, but he is playing as a striker. He's a makeshift striker. Havertz, Jesus, all out for the season now. So obviously someone has to fill in. And Merino, to his credit, has been doing a pretty good job for a guy that's not a striker. And the skill that he had to score his goal as well, don't underestimate that. Going away from goal, he just sort of flicks it, just sort of taps it, and it flies into the net. It's a fantastic finish. It looks easy, but it's anything but. Well done to Arsenal, honestly. I mean, like I said, they dominated this game. 11 shots on target, 12 shots in total. It could have been more. This is the thing as well. It could have easily been more. Arsenal had 2 goal line clearances. I think it was a Camavinga and then Bellingham with last-ditch interceptions to get the ball off the line. This wasn't Courtois saving it. And Courtois actually did make a few very good saves, in my opinion. He was on good form. He's been out for a little bit with an injury, but he was back with a vengeance tonight. And honestly, he stopped it from being a rugby score. This could have easily been 4 or 5-0 if it wasn't for Courtois, if they had someone else in net, or if there wasn't anybody covering on the line like that. This is not things that we associate with Real Madrid. And, you know, the fourth thing that we learned is that Real Madrid look off it. I mean, you know, they've not been on a good run in general. They lost to crisis club Valencia at the weekend, so, you know, they're not in the best of form in general, but normally they do turn up for the Champions League. You know, I always say this about Real Madrid, La Liga, Copa del Rey, they don't care about that. That's small fry. They don't care about the Spanish competitions, but, you know, when it comes to European competitions, they turn up. Even average Real Madrid sides have won the Champions League. By their standards, I'm talking about over a 38 league game season. And, you know, at the end of the day, you know, it's an unbelievable thing to see Real Madrid just this poor. They were really, really poor. Jude Bellingham came out in the media last night as well, in the UK media, and just basically, you know, we were off it. You know, Arsenal were really good, but, you know, we were just not good enough. It was unacceptable. They were really poor. You know, there were some chances for them, particularly in the first half, but they never looked like scoring. They never really looked like scoring, to be honest. Mbappe, Vinicius, again, they looked dangerous at times, but, you know, David Raya barely had a save to make of any note. I mean, there were a few saves that he made, but nothing really challenging. There were nothing that he was ever going to not save. So Real Madrid in attack not looking too great, and defensively, I mean, in a sense you might say they did well to keep it to 3. But yeah, the final thing that we learned is that, you know, things are very much like I said, they're not looking too great for Real Madrid. You know, Eduardo Camavinga getting sent off right at the end of the game. He kicked the ball away. He was already on a yellow card, second yellow. It's absolutely stonewall. You know, you're always going to get that. You know, I don't even think he looked at Ancelotti when he was walking off the pitch, and Ancelotti would just just shook his head, just like, what are you doing, mate? You know, as bad as it was, you know, as frustrated as you are, I mean, I don't know if he was going to be available for the next game anyway. He might have already reached the yellow card limit, but he definitely isn't going to be available now. He will pick up an automatic 1-match ban for that. So yeah, it's not over by any means. You know, Real Madrid have pulled off some incredible comebacks in the past. Just ask Manchester City. We've seen teams like Barcelona come from 4-0 down in the first leg to come and win 6-1 in the second. So it is not over by any means, but I really did not see many signs of a Real Madrid revival, I'll be honest. But taking them on in the Santiago Bernabeu is a completely different prospect. Arsenal will have to be very, very solid defensively, which, to be fair, they were in this first game. They were looking, even Kieran Tierney, when he came on, he was looking pretty solid. They will be without Gabriel as well. He will be out of the rest of the season. He was watching on in the stands with his crutches and everything, so it's going to be tough. It's not going to be easy by any means, but Arsenal have put themselves absolutely in the pound seats, and if they get 1 goal next week in Spain, I think it'll probably be curtains, but we'll see how it goes, guys. We'll be here to cover it as always on thefootballchronicle.com, and after the games that are on later today, on Wednesday, I'll be reviewing all of the action as well here on the channel. So yeah, look out for all the official press conferences as well. UEFA absolutely sorting us out with some fantastic content there if you want to get the full reaction from everybody associated with Arsenal and also Real Madrid. We've got plenty of preview content as well for the Aston Villa against PSG game tonight as well. So yeah, have a great day. Hope you enjoyed this one, and yeah, come on Arsenal, unbelievable stuff.